The Marvel Snap economy isn't random. It's just a system that rewards those who plan. And right now, most players aren't planning in any way. They're just reacting. You see a shiny new Series 5 card and, oh, I have to open the pack, I have to get the card. But then there are others who sit down and look at it a little differently. They're calculated, they're precise, they're patient, and they focus with a purpose. By the end of the video, my goal is for you to leave here with your own progression plan on how to create your own little mini personal economy and optimize what you do in Marvel Snap so you can figure out what works for you and your time and your collection level without burning tokens or your sanity. The economy isn't about hoarding, it's about leverage. Every single daily mission, every gold stash, every credit, every pack, it all pushes your collection level forward. But each resource also has its own rhythm. For example, credits are specifically focused on your upgrades and your experience growth. Gold, on the other hand, is focused more towards convenience and fast tracking and even bundles. And then you have collector's tokens, which are specifically about targeted control, targeting that acquisition with snap packs, which accelerates your account. I mean, you're just gonna straight up skip the line at that point. When you treat each of these 4 resources as tools rather than temptations, you're gonna climb through your collection a lot smoother. You kind of have to think of the economy the same way you think about playing the game. If you use too many resources improperly early, it's going to hurt you in the end game. Remember that purpose in spending in Snap is just as powerful as the play itself. So as aforementioned, there are 4 main currencies that actually matter. You have credits, you have gold, you have collector's tokens, and you have snap packs. First, starting with credits. Credits are relatively simple. The more you use your credits, the more you upgrade your cards, the more you move up the collection levels and unlock more collector's tokens progressively. You never want your balance to hit the cap, so you're not wasting any kind of resources, but you also don't want to panic spend your credits just to make sure that you have space. Then we look at something like gold, where gold is more about flexibility because it also allows you the ability to multiply your time. Think of access to certain bundles or mission refreshes. They are buying you rapid progression pieces of time specifically, and that's what gold should be looked at as. And then you've got collector's tokens, which are honestly the most strategic resource because it allows you the ability to specifically target the cards that you want. Sure, you can get them through snap packs and the season pass and the collection track, and there's a bunch of different resources in where you can get them repeatedly and easily. But as you start to collect them, I want you to look at them more as setting up your next season every season. What roadmap are you creating for yourself to spend smart going into the following season? Whether that be via individual cards that you want or general pools with the collector's packs and the seasonal packs, you can target farm much more accurately and much more efficiently with the collector's tokens that get you those snap packs. Now, snap packs, they are the heart of the new economy of Marvel Snap, and they really come in 2 forms. You have that seasonal pack, which is much more recent releases, and it's a smaller pool of those recent releases. Sure, you can target the card of the week as well, but then there's also the collector's versions, which are everything else outside of those most recent releases. If you're looking at overall value, these seasonal packs are best for when you're trying to chase a very specific single top tier card of recent release, of course. But if you're looking for the higher expected value of expanding your actual collection and the foundation of that, that's when you start leaning towards the collector's packs. So if you're still filling your Series 3 out, you want to chase breadth. You want to find variety so you can have a strong base to work from. But if you're Series 3 complete, you want to chase depth by finding very specific competitive pieces that will allow your wide collection to be most efficient. Marvel Snap thrives on community conversation, but not all information is equal. The data-driven resources that you can see from Lauren Whatevs on X or Marvel Snap Zone and these types of technical breakdowns downs of opening the right pack and the wrong pack and the right bundle and the wrong bundle, they can cost or save you thousands of collector's tokens if you know where to look. So when you go into your next pack that you want to open, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions here. 1, is this a card inside a current seasonal pack rotation that I'll actually use? And number 2, is the rest of my collection, well, solid enough to support it? Players who take the time to verify these types of progressions and spending of resources are twice as likely to progress faster than those who are chasing screenshots for the most recent card exclusively for social media, because facts save tokens and tokens buy options. Economy planning doesn't have to look like a spreadsheet. It just needs direction. Forget the conversations of track every single credit, and that's just not realistic. It's not fun either. Instead, think of it more like weekly goals and checkpoints. Every week, I want you to focus on one thing. Like this week, it's about just saving my goal. And then next week, it's just about conserving my tokens. This week, it's grind as many credits as possible to get those upgrades. When you create small, focused goals that are easy to obtain, they compound. Because by doing that, you also allow your own individual economy plan to feel alive and flexible. That way, if something appears that you want, you can adjust it to those new cards or new bundles or different events that show up. So whether you're a ladder grinder or someone who plays 15 minutes a day, it's something that you can obtain within your economy plan. The game is constantly whispering, if you don't buy this right now, you'll regret it later. I'm guilty of that myself. But fear spending due to FOMO always is going to cost you more than spending patiently, because you have the function point of view, which is basically saying, will this purchase affect my experience tomorrow? Will it improve my gameplay tomorrow? Versus fear, which says, what if I miss out today? See the time difference there? When you're choosing function over fear, you stop letting the store dictate what is fun for you. That way you start aligning your purchases more with a purpose and unlocking cards that create decks in your style and not just pulling on your heartstrings. Here's the truth that many of us have learned the hard way. Missing a card hurts a lot less than wasting your tokens. So the next time you see something flashy or shiny or a bundle conversation that you really want to get, and to take a second, breathe. If the purchase isn't going to help you win more or play more, skip it. Your wallet will thank you, and so will your enjoyment of the game. With that said, the updated economy pyramid looks like this. On the base, you have your credits. They are the slow but steady climb. They expand your collection level and unlock progress every single day. Your second level is now gold, where it's your multiplier resource. Use it sparingly to convert your time into credits or grabbing official bundles that bring you efficiency, but only when the math works in your favor. Second to top tier, now you're into the tokens one more time. This is your strategic power. Choice lives here, and when you have choice, you have agency. This is removing a lot of luck and really focusing in on how to target the cards that you truly want. And then of course, the top of the pyramid, once again, are those snap packs. It's the highest cost acceleration. Sure, they're only accessible really through tokens, rarely through bundles, but these are precision tools. These aren't daily options you're working with. They're rarely bundled and they're rarely discounted, but they're also best used when you're trying to build decks for months, not for the next couple of days. When you climb this pyramid, starting from the ground up, you're going to take control of your own pace instead of what everybody else is telling you to chase. So let's break this down so you can see yourself in the actual picture. If you're new or Series 3 incomplete, you should be focusing on width, growth, the entire breadth of your collection. Focusing on credits, focusing on your daily missions, focusing on your collector's packs. The more Series 3 cards that you own, the more decks you can build, and that experience is going to pay off long term. Now, if you are Series 3 complete and you're still missing a couple of key Series 4 cards, now you're going to be mixing between your collector's packs and tokens, because every new unlock is going to add flexibility to your collection. Meanwhile, every token that you saved by doing the collector's collector's packs is going to bring you closer to a major upgrade later down the line. Now, if you're really full on your Series 4s, or actually Series 4 complete, and you're looking at very specific Series 5 cards, we're gonna start planning your purchases around every season. You're not buying specific cards out of just boredom. You're trying to buy very specific cards that fit the archetype you like to play, or a tournament deck that you want to compete with. And if you're a returning player that had a prior collection somewhere in between, you need to gauge your collection level before you start spending. If you're a collection level 1000 player, sure, you're gonna need diversity. But if you're a collection 4000 player, you're gonna need very specific resources. Success within the Marvel Snap economy is based on self-awareness. Understanding where you fit in the giant scope of Marvel Snap is how you make sure you never waste another resource going into any other season. Remember, these 3 things, no matter who you are though. Do your dailies, save before you splurge, and review your goals once a season. By doing that, you force yourself to look at your goal, look at your tokens, and they're no longer just random numbers that you could maybe sort of use at different times. Instead, you're cultivating specific choices that you have the power to make. So what are you doing? Are you saving for a Series 5 card? Are you looking to complete Series 3? Comment it down below and we can grow our collections together, no matter where you are in the scope of Marvel Snap. Whatever path you're taking though, remember, the game is going to reward those who plan. So plan small, be patient, and your collection will grow the way that you want it to. And as always, see you next time.